Well, that was exciting for a preseason game. Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to another episode of Lions Weekly Review. Today, I'll be reviewing the second preseason game of the 2023-24 or 2024-25 season between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions that was played in Arrowhead yesterday. This video is a little late, so I apologize, but this is better late than never. So here's my review for it. I thought it was a phenomenal game to watch for preseason. Um, I thought it was going to be a lot uglier than it was because the Kansas City Chiefs were playing Patrick Mahomes, they were playing Rashee Rice, Travis Kelce, the usual suspects of the defending Super Bowl champions, and the Lions were not playing any other starters. So I thought this could get ugly. But to their credit, the Lions held the Chiefs to at least Mahomes. They held him to 6 points when he was out there, despite a behind the back pass by Mahomes that was just insane. But when then the Lions fumbled the ensuing kickoff of when the Chiefs went up 6-0. The Chiefs recovered and they got us. Was a 24-yard touchdown pass from Carson Wentz to Xavier Worthy, and they jumped out to a 13-0 lead. So at that point, I thought it was going to be just a kind of a runaway, but the Lions clawed back, as Dan Campbell teams do, and I like to focus on 4 players in this game that really caught my eye. For starters, well, not starters, but my number one is Hendon Hooker. He came in the second half. I think he played a smart game. He didn't try to do too much. He just did enough to, get the ball down the field. Went 12 of 15 for 150 yards and had a rushing touchdown. His only flaw was he at the end of the game, they had it 3rd and goal at the 5, and he botched the handoff, which you cannot do. That was a big mistake, especially in that scenario. You need because they, at that point, they didn't really even need the touchdown. They could have just kicked the field goal, but they still won. They got the ball back, and so I'm not losing too much sleep over it. But I thought overall, Hendon Hooker played a very good game, despite that fumble. Number 2, Vaki, the running back that they got out of Utah, who can play multiple positions. I think he's more of a special teams guy, but he showed that he can play running back, and he's more of a receiving back, it looks like. Kind of like Theo Riddick back in the day. If you need a 3rd down screen pass, he's going to get you some yardage after the catch. I was really impressed with how he played. Number 3, there's a receiver that played pretty well, Isaiah Williams, a rookie, I think, out of Illinois. I don't know his numbers right now, but it seemed like he was constantly always in the right spot and did a good job of getting yards after the catch. He seems more like a slot receiver, so that'll be interesting. And the Lions are looking for a number 3 receiver. They got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamison Williams, but no one's really stepping up for number 3. So I don't know where he fits into all that. Maybe it's going to be Peoples Jones, or I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But I think Isaiah Williams did himself a lot of favors in this game. Number 4, and most importantly, I think the most important, is Jake Bates, the kicker that they got from the Michigan Panthers of the UFL. 4 for 4 from field goals, especially one from 55, and he's making it with authority. He's like leaving no question. This guy has a big leg, and for him to go 4 for 4 with that shows that he has accuracy. He did miss an extra point, but considering he made the game-winning field goal as time expires, I'm kind of overlooking that. Like, the guy shows that he can be clutch, and that is something that I think is going to go a long way for the Lions, considering, like, maybe it's going to show Dan Campbell, hey, you don't have to go for it every time. But we'll see how that goes. But I thought it was very impressed with how that game turned out. So, I mean, that's really all there is. It was a fun game. Um, Next week, they wrap up the preseason at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I will be at that game, so I'm looking forward to that. Um, and I'll give you a review from that game as from the stadium. At least that's the plan. But until then, go Lions, and I'll see you next week.